Welcome back to study section 5 on MP 201 Introduction to General AGRIC on Animals. In the previous study section, we discussed the economic importance of animal husbandry, where we talked about the benefits of keeping farm animals and also the non-food benefits of keeping farm animals. Here we'll be talking about the classes of farm animals. Introduction. Farm animals vary widely, not only in their types but also in their feeding habits, which relates mainly to the structure of their gastrointestinal system, and also they vary based on the type of food they eat, and also they varied based on the purpose of keeping them. At the end of this study section, you should be able to explain the basis of stomach structure, that is the feeding habits. You should be able to highlight the basis of types of food being eaten by these farm animals, and lastly you should be able to discuss the basis of purpose of keeping farm animals. Let's discuss this learning outcome one after the other. Farm animals can be divided. Feeding habits includes the ruminant animals, non-ruminant animals, monogastric animals. So farm animals can be divided into ruminants, non-ruminants, monogastric based on the stomach structure or feeding habits. So ruminant animals are animals that have 4 compartment stomachs and they chew their cords, that is rumination, which consists of regurgitated, partially digested food. And these 4 compartment stomachs include rumen, reticulum, omasum, and abomasum. So example of ruminant animals are cattle, sheep, and goats. Why not ruminant animals? These are animals that have simple stomachs. Mostly they feed on grasses and other materials, but they do not chew their cud. Example of this is rabbits. Lastly, monogastric animals. In this group, the stomach is relatively simple in structure and similar to that of man without compartments. Generally, non-ruminants such as monogastric animals includes pigs, poultry, and poultry consists of chickens, duck, turkey, guinea fowl, and geese. You can read more on this in your study materials. So based on the type of food eaten, farm animals can be classified into herbivorous, carnivorous, and omnivorous. So herbivorous are ruminants and non-ruminant farm animals that feed on plant materials, while carnivorous animals are farm animals that obtain their food by eating other animals, that is, they eat flesh, fresh animals, and whose digestion rely largely on enzymes rather than microorganisms. Lastly, omnivorous. These are farm animals that feed on plants and animals, but whose digestion is merely enzymatic as carnivorous. You can read more on this in your study materials too, in order to have more knowledge on it. Purpose of keeping farm animal. Based on the purpose of keeping farm animals can be classified into the following. We have beef animals, dairy animals, work animals, egg-laying animals. So beef animals, these are farm animals that are kept primarily for the production of meat. Examples of these are beef cattle, goat meat, sheep meat, broiler meat, turkey meat. And also we have dairy animals. These are farm animals that are being kept primarily for meat production. Example of these are cow and dairy goats. And also we have work animals. These are farm animals that are kept primarily for use as source of farm power. Examples of these are bull, moles, bullocks, and buffaloes. And lastly, we have the egg-laying animals. These are farm animals that are primarily kept for egg production, and examples of these are poultry, such as eggs. At this junction, I hope you've learned one or two things from the video section. You can read more from your study materials, and I hope you will join me for the next study section. Thank you for listening.